going on, Jeromes? Before we get into the wonderfulness, the greatness of Diesel Dalvin Tomlinson, want to plug the Jeromes meetup is going down this Saturday, August 13th. Muddy Chicken Burnsville, 1 p.m., where it's always 2 for 1s. It's a good time. So come hang out. We got a couple of Jeromes coming and just hang out, talk some football. It'll be a good time. Also a good time is Minnesota fighting Vikings, a second-year former New York Giant defensive tackle, Diesel Dalvin Tomlinson. And when he came over from the Giants last offseason, signed a 2-year deal, I thought that he was an underrated, underutilized player from the Giants, as well as a really underrated free agent acquisition. And he did disappoint last year. He played well on a very trying defense. It was tough to love that defense, but Diesel Dalvin certainly was not an issue last season because it added to Arby's. We have the meats. That's right. Even though swapping out Michael Pierce for Harrison Phillips, although Harrison Phillips looking good, man. Yeah, that's right, baby. And it's good to see Diesel Dalvin getting a little bit of love and attention from the national media, Jabroni Haircuts. Cynthia Freeland, NFL Network analytics expert, she did up a top 10 most underrated NFL players. Justin Tucker, Keenan Allen deserve more recognition, but most importantly, Diesel Dalvin clocking in at number 9. Here's what she wrote. Interior D-line love coming up. In his first 5 seasons, Tomlinson has never had a PFF defensive grade below 74.9, which is above average. Computer vision shows that Tomlinson pushed a center or guard into the quarterback's pressure halo, the 6-foot circle around the quarterback, at a career high rate last season and the 3rd highest rate among interior defenders. Stopping the run is his forte, but adding some extra push on passing downs figures to keep adding to his value. So I don't know what that paragraph just said. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to make up a stat, and I'm going to say that's proprietary, so I never have to explain it, and just be like, yeah, Dalvin Tomlinson is really good because he had an E.5. Whereas other defensive tackles, their average is at F.7. So, I mean, E.5 is really, really good. And just... That's right, but that does sound good. You're pushing the interior offensive lineman back into the quarterback's lap. We've seen that. I want to see what Bradbury's opponents' rates are. Probably pretty high. Probably took up the number 1 and number 2 spot. Whatever. But it is good to see Diesel getting some love and attention. 28 years young, 6'3", 317. Was a 2017 second-round pick by the Giants coming out of Alabama. Roll Tide. Signed with the Vikings last offseason, playing mainly 3-tech in the Vikings scheme last year, even with Michael Pierce out. Armand for Watts filled in a nose tackle. Last year, I posted a 74.9 PFF grade, 21 pressures, 2.5 sacks, 39 tackles, 4.5 stuffs, a partridge in a pear tree. And like we mentioned, he shined last year on a very poor defensive front. Like good balance, pass rush, as well as setting the edge, stout versus the run. That's why I'm really excited, because now he's going to have more opportunities to rush the passer as a 5-tech in the Vikings 3-4 or odd man front. And yes, the thing about Diesel Dalvin is he's a leader. He's a team captain with the Giants. It wouldn't shock me if he's voted team captain this time around on the Vikings. But also, he understands that he needs to do the dirty work to free up some of the other guys, whether it's him playing defensive tackle, him playing that 5-tech spot, because the main job of a 5-tech is to absorb as many bodies as possible, mainly tackles, sometimes tight ends, to allow your outside linebacker edge rushers to go out there and shine. So Diesel Dalvin knows that his job is to make Daniil look good. His job is to make Zadarius Smith look good, and he does it without complaint because he knows that's what's best for the team, and he gets after it. And also, he still gets his. That's what is amazing about Dalvin Tomlinson. So I love that him and Armand for Watts have really embraced that 5-tech spot. Harrison Phillips, even though he's not a prototypical nose tackle 1-tech in a 3-4, but he's done fantastic work, and I think that he will continue to do great work going forward. So yeah, Dalvin, I think this defensive tackle, this defensive line is going to be greatly improved. So I love that Dalvin Tomlinson is getting the time of day from the national media, Jabroni Haircuts. It's good to see him getting those props. Well-deserved, and I think that his 2022 season in the new defensive scheme will be even better than his very solid 2021 year. But your thoughts? Diesel Dalvin Tomlinson named one of the most underrated players in the National Football League. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.